How do rumors and scuttlebutt relate to investing? On this week's Fastest 4 Minutes in Finance, we look at how many investors are missing out because of how they think. Hello, I'm John Shrewsbury, in for Scott Inman. There's this urban legend that you probably heard that tells the story of the man who thought himself to death. The story goes that the man was working alone late at a grocery store and somehow found himself locked in a walk-in cooler. After realizing that the door had locked behind him and there was no apparent way out, the man began to write letters to his loved ones. In the final letter, he wrote, "I'm going to have to stop because my fingers are too cold for me to continue writing." The man then curled up in the corner and died from apparent hypothermia. Astonished employees returning to work the next day found the man, but they were bewildered by the fact that the cooler was only set to 50 degrees, far above the temperature needed to cause someone to freeze to death. The power of his mind, influenced by his perceptions, had apparently brought that man to his ultimate demise. Now, we can't find any evidence that the legend of the man who thought himself to death is true, but a parallel seems to be playing out when it comes to the investment world. A significant number of people today believe something close to the following: the economy's a mess, inflation is running wild, the stock market is losing money, and safe money is our best bet for our investments. But the truth is, investing environment hasn't been cold and inhospitable as you might think. Last week was the 1-year anniversary of a brand new bull market. The 12-month return on the S&P 500 was 21.9% over the last 12 months, over 4 times the rate of the average money market account, where a lot of people are pouring their money into during that same 12-month period. Of course, you can lay the blame on things like global tightening, soaring interest rates, elevated inflation, and a lot of jawboning about a recession that still hasn't shown itself to be real. Clearly, the perception of a cold, inescapable bad economy has caused many people to not necessarily think themselves to death, but to endanger their opportunity for financial independence by choosing to listen to fear as opposed to understanding the facts and having a long-term view on investing. So, what about the future? Well, history suggests that this bull market may have more room to run. On average, the second year of a bull market returns about 13 to 14%. In fact, every time that we've experienced a second-year bull market, it's produced a positive return. But let me leave you with a word of caution and an admonition. Don't expect the next 12 months to be a smooth ride. Bulls in the second year have historically been volatile, losing anywhere from 6 to 34% at some point during the year. Clearly, patience is essential for success in any long-term investment program. As for the admonition, one of the key elements of successful investing is the time value of money and the power of compound interest. Don't lull yourself into perceived safety due to the perceived dangers. It might not be as cold as you think in the investment world, and what's at stake is your ability to reach financial independence. That is the Fastest 4 Minutes in Finance. I'm John Shrewsbury. Thanks for watching.